President, this is not an interpellation. Rather, this is a manifestation to be followed by a parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman may proceed then.
Mr. President, I've been diligently reading and reviewing the rules of the Senate since I've been out of this august chamber for 3 years. Nowhere in our rules can I find a provision on a motion to dismiss, as submitted by the honorable gentleman from Tarlac. Neither is there a supplementary application of the rules of court to offer a space for such motion to dismiss, except perhaps in the committees performing their legislative inquiries in aid of legislation. Obviously, we are now assembled in plenary, not as an impeachment court, but as a legislative body, and I cannot relate to a motion in this plenary to an issue that involves a collective decision that falls solely and exclusively under the jurisdiction and authority of an impeachment court. Having said that, Mr. President, my parliamentary inquiry is addressed, of course, to the Senate President. Mr. President, how do we deal with the pending motion? I refer to the motion to dismiss. Shall we even take it up or deal with it? Kasi wala po sa rules natin. Paano wala tayo pong guidelines? Kasi wala po sa rules natin yung motion to dismiss. So anong guidelines ang susundin natin in addressing the motion to dismiss submitted by the Honorable Marcoleta? Assuming arguendo, Mr. President, that the motion is voted upon and adopted by this body, what if, Mr. President, the Supreme Court reverses itself when it rules on the MR filed by the House of Representatives through the Solgen? Shall we also backtrack and reverse ourselves in dismissing the impeachment case? I pose that question, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
We are in plenary as a legislative body. We're not an impeachment court. So yun ang tanong ko po, Mr. President. Yun ang essence ng aking parliament.
To dismiss is not part of our rules. But it is part of our rules po yung pagiging suppletory application po ng rules of court. In the rules of court, yung korte po can motu proprio dismiss a case kung wala pong jurisdiction. And considering that the rules of court has become part of our rules, that's why I use the motion to dismiss. Pag wala pong jurisdiction, halimbawa, sa isang korte, collection case po ito, 5,000 pesos po yung pinahal niya, dinismiss po ng court kahit hindi pa sumagot yung kalaban, Mr. President, kasi ang jurisdiction po ng korte hanggang 3,000 lang. Ganun po ibig sabihin nun. Minsan po, wala pong, hindi po verified yung complaint, dinismiss. Sa motu proprio, talagang dinidismiss. Paano po kaya kung sinabihan pa nga na the Senate didn't acquire jurisdiction over the case? Mas lalo po sigurong dapat nating panindigan na talagang i-dismiss na po natin, Mr. President.
Senator Lacson is recognized.
Again, I refer to our rules, Mr. President. Wala rin po ako makitang supplementary application sa rules of the Senate pagdating sa plenaryo. Pwede pong gamitin ito sa mga committee hearings, inquiry in aid of legislation. But we are not there. We're here in plenary. Maski po basahin natin na 100 beses ang ating rules of the Senate, wala pong supplementary application sa ating rules. Thank you, Mr. President.
The point of Senator Lacson.
Of court being suppletory. Mr. President, the rules that are suppletory presupposes that there are no rules of the Senate or the Senate impeachment court. In other words, in the absence of a standing rule or provision of either our Senate rules or the Senate impeachment court rules, then we refer to the rules of court as suppletory to our rules. But in this case, the Senate impeachment court has a specific rule Resolution number 39. Upon presentation of the articles to the Senate shall specify the date and time for the consideration of such articles. Unless the Senate provides otherwise, it shall continue in session from day to day until final judgment shall be rendered, and so much longer as may in its judgment be necessary. In other words, as an impeachment court, of course, not as a Senate in plenary, but even that is now being debated because this representation believes the sole power to try and decide impeachment cases is the impeachment court and not the Senate in plenary.
Your Honor,
It's
the
not an
chair-
interpellation yet, Mr. President. A follow-up point to the point of Senator Lacson. If the SP
lady may
and
proceed.
the gentleman. Thank you, Mr. President. And with the indulgence, as I said, of the good gentleman from Taguigan Pateros, nabanggit na rin po, Mr. President, pareho ni na Senator Lacson at Senator Pangilinan, yung usapin ng tayo ba, Senate or Senate impeachment court ba? So this is a point of inquiry, actually, a brief point of inquiry, Mr. President, related to the motions at bar now. The question presented to the body is related to an ongoing impeachment case, which is within the jurisdiction of the impeachment court. Should we not first have the newly elected senators take their oaths as senator judges and convene as an impeachment court? I note, Mr. President, that the Supreme Court decision is not yet final. As colleagues have mentioned, a motion for reconsideration has been filed by the House of Representatives, and the court itself, the Supreme Court, has given 10 days for the Vice President to comment. So yung point of inquiry ko nga po, Mr. President, hindi po ba dapat pasumpain na muna ng presiding officer with us convened as an impeachment court, yung mga bagong halal na senador para makapag-convene po tayo bilang impeachment court at i-treat yung mga motions at bar. Salamat po, Mr. President.
Noted and entered into the records. What is the pleasure of the Honorable
Just a very quick intervention. Very quick, Mr. President.
Pangilinan? Yes, you may proceed, sir.
Yes, Mr. President. And we place this on record after reading the ruling, the decision of the Supreme Court. Mr. President, the Supreme Court referred to the Senate impeachment court repeatedly. And therefore, it is the Senate impeachment court that was also impleaded. It is the Senate impeachment court that may, if it opts to, file a motion for reconsideration. And therefore, this motion to dismiss, we believe, should be forwarded to or tackled by the Senate as an impeachment court.
Your Honor, just
We will go back to the earlier manifestations of the minority leader. Yes, the Supreme Court ruled that we have no jurisdiction. Yet, the decision is flawed in terms of the facts on procedure, the one-year bar, and on due process. This is at least, of course, our assertion. And therefore, should we not wait for a motion for reconsideration to be resolved before we proceed and vote on the matter that has removed from the impeachment court jurisdiction? Should we not at least assert the power and the prerogative under the Constitution of the Senate impeachment court in terms of the exclusive jurisdiction, number one, and the sole power to try and decide?
that is what we will be deciding, and
The distinguished gentleman, Senator Marcoleta from Tarlac and Senador ng buong bansa. Sir President, initially I wanted to speak pagbotohan na po. But very interesting po yung question na bringing up ni Senator Lacson. But aside from that, Mr. President, masyadong mabigat yung crossroads na hinaharap ng ating bansa. And remember, assuming we do nothing today, I am 101% sure that on February 6, 2026, an impeachment case will be filed against the Vice President. Maybe against other impeachable officers too. So I think it is very important that mahimay natin yung decision yung sentimento ng institusyon na to, mailabas hindi lang sa social media at sa traditional media ang mga puntong nagsasaliwa, meaning pong parang hindi nag-uusap eh. So at least here we disagree, but whether we listen to the minority leader or to Senator Marcoleta, we agree to listen to each other and to examine each other's points. So I just like a few minutes on some very important matters. Let me start by the accusation that because of this decision, masyado nang mahirap at wala nang mai-impeach. So may I ask Senator Marcoleta if he would give me the honor of asking him a few questions and allowing me to interpolate on 2 or 3 topics. The first one is whether or not naging imposible na mag-impeach under this decision.
The gentleman may proceed if Senator Marcoleta will so allow it.
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. President, sabi po nung iba, imposible na daw mag-impeach ngayon dahil sa desisyon. I see the decision before you. I approached you last week. You've been studying it. I see your radio program. Mukhang 10 beses mo na nabasa yung desisyon at apparently, Mr. Senator, you also listen to criticism. So kung ano rin yung sinasabi ng iba, pinapakinggan mo rin. In your view, may I take note first, Mr. President, that I am glad that the Senator made a distinction na he is for the rights of everyone. He was adopted by PDP and ran with a particular party, but he is not a member of the Duterte bloc. Am I correct there?
Technically speaking, Mr. President, I am not a member of the PDP, but I admit that I was adopted and I ran in unity with some of the parties of the PDP candidates at the
The
time.
point I'm going at is like, I was a cabinet member in the Duterte administration, but I have not talked to the Vice President. I ran as an independent in 2022, so I speak now as a senator and not as a partisan. I assume the same, Your Honor.
Yes,
That
Mr.
you're
President.
giving your own personal opinion as Senator Marcoleta, not as a partisan. Of course, I assume that for everyone here, no, regardless of our position. So, Mr. Senator, sa iyong paghimay ng desisyon, sa tingin mo ba imposible na ngayon mag-impeach ng isang impeachable officer?
Hindi po, Mr. President.
So, naging napakahirap ba mag-impeach ng isang officer?
Hindi ko po alam kung bakit mahirap po sa kanila, Mr. President. Ang importante lang po ilagay lang po sa tamang proseso eh. Napakasimple po kasi nung kanilang mga tuntunin, iniisip ko, sundin lang yung mga tuntunin. Ang problema po, isa man sa tuntunin, wala pong sinunod eh. Kaya po humirap ng humirap para sa kanila.
So, Mr. President, I'm glad you mentioned tamang proseso. I think the way the Supreme Court said it in page 95 of the decision, there is a right way to do the right thing at the right time. The problem, Mr. President, is sinasabi po nung iba, may decision na sa former decisions, meron ng definition ng initiation, and many of us here were not mere spectators there. I mean, Senator Soto, I think, was in the impeachment court, di ba, of Senator Estrada, Senator Laurentu. Senator Kiko was still on this. We were together kay Senator Corona. Senator Cheese and I and Senator Mix were in the House during the prayer 1/3 to the Senate articles of impeachment, di ba? So hindi po tayo stranger sa mga pangyayaring ito. Ang punto ko, Mr. President, Senator Marcoleta, kung hindi nagsabi ang Supreme Court ng specific na dapat sundin, pwede kong ma-interpret na baka naman masyadong mahirap, baka naman kahit anong i-file kung gustong protektahan, hindi na siya ma-impeach. Paano na yung accountability? But is it true, Mr. President, that on page 93 of the decision, the Supreme Court actually narrated what has to be done for a valid impeachment complaint?
Yes, Mr. President.
Allow me to read. 1, the draft article of impeachment or resolution should be accompanied by evidence when made available to members of the House, especially those who are considering its endorsement. 2, the evidence should be sufficient to prove the charges in the articles of impeachment. 3, the draft articles of impeachment and their accompanying evidence should be made available to all members of the House of Representatives, not only to those who are being considered to endorse. Impeachment is an act of the entire House, which requires a qualified minority of only 1/3 of its members to be transmitted to the Senate. However, the House of Representatives is a deliberative assembly where each member should be allowed to represent the views of their constituents. Let me stop there first. Mr. President, may problema ba yung number 1 na yung articles of impeachment kailangan may ebidensya?
Wala pong problema doon, Mr. President.
Hindi ba ho baliktad? Kung walang ebidensya, may problema.
Tama po.
Kasi kung walang ebidensya, ano yon? Tapon mo sa Senate, bahala na si Batman. So, precisely tama ang Supreme Court that even if 1/3 endorse or file, dapat may ebidensya na. Let me go to the second part. The evidence should be sufficient to prove the charges in the article of impeachment. Mr. President, tama po ba na iba po yung sufficiency at iba din po yung quality or yung burden of proof? Di ba?
Opo.
So halimbawa po, sa piskalya, hindi po kailangan sa piskalya beyond reasonable doubt.
Probable.
Kailangan lang that there is probable cause that a crime was committed and there is probable cause that the accused committed that crime.
Yes, Mr. President.
So in the same manner, hindi sinasabi dito sa 2 na kailangan mo ipresenta sa mga congressman lahat ng testimony, lahat ng ebidensya. Ang kailangan lang, if you assume the evidence to be true, it will be enough to convict.
Tama po.
Because if not, then sayang lang ang oras natin sa Senate. Kung may articles of impeachment ka, walang ebidensya or may ebidensya pero yung ebidensya is not sufficient to prove the charges, either the Senate will be a kangaroo court and convict without evidence or we will be wasting our time. So wala rin problema sa number 2, Mr. President.
Wala po, Mr. President.
Number 3, ang sinasabi lang ng number 3, kahit na pumirma yung 1/3, kailangan ipakita pa rin sa lahat ng Kongreso. Isa po sa hinanakit po yun nung bata ako dahil ako po'y payat nun at hindi katangkaran. Parati akong saling pusa sa basketball, baseball, volleyball, dahil hindi po ako ganong kagaling sa sports. Sa Congress ba, hindi ba tamang rule to? Na kahit wala ka sa majority, kahit wala ka sa qualified minority, kapag ka may impeachment, merely being elected as a representative of the district or of the party list, dapat ipakita man lang sa iyo yung articles of impeachment at saka yung ebidensya.
Tama po kayo. Wala man lang po akong nakita sapagkat ako po hindi isinali sa pakakitaan ng...
So naiintindihan niyo po kung paano maging saling
Hindi ko nga
pusa.
po alam na meron na po pala. Hindi man lang kami binigyan eh. Kaya nung tinanong ko po yung aking mga kasama, kayo pala binigyan, bigyan nyo nga ako ng kopya para mabasa ko. Wala rin kami. Paano nyo pinirmahan? Hindi naman namin binasa ng pinirmahan na. Basta meron lang binigay ng mga signature pages. Doon lang kami pumirma. So hindi nyo nabasa? Hindi.
God and the world has a way of correcting itself because now I have the privilege of serving the people here, not as a salimpusa, and definitely, Your Honor, as chairman of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, is not a salimpusa here in the Senate. In fact, you are an esteemed neophyte with a very powerful committee. So, again, number 3 is just a simple walang salimpusa rule, which is very good. Number 4, respondent have the opportunity to be heard on the draft articles of impeachment. Hindi ko na po babasahin dahil mahaba, pero basically ang sabi ng Supreme Court dito, hindi naman kailangan pumunta doon ang Vice President. Pwedeng through pleadings. Meron po bang masama dito, Mr. President, na kapag may na-impeach, bigyan man lang siya ng kopya at pasagutin muna siya sa House bago siya pasagutin sa Senate? May masama po ba dito?
Wala pong masama, Mr. President. Ang totoo nga po, sinasabi nga na dapat i-repair po lahat ng impeachment complaints kahit na yung pinirmahan ng 1/3 o higit pa, i-repair sa Committee on Justice. Yun po ang paraan siguro para magkaroon man lang ng pagkakataon ng Vice President, kahit na by pleadings lang, makasagot siya.
Yeah.
Pero
Before-
hindi nga po ibinigay.
Before I go to number 5, just because I like your answer, Mr. President, one thing that guides me, no? So I've in coming to my decision with this, I follow 2 books. One, the Bible, which is of course a covenant between God and people, tayo, and the Constitution, which is a covenant among the Filipino people and the government, no? Alam mo, both books talk about due process. Ang Panginoon, nung kinain ni Adam at Eve yung prohibited fruit, nagtanong muna siya, ba't kayo nagtatago? Hindi nag-accuse, nagtanong muna, pero alam na ng Diyos. So ang ibig lang sabihin ng due process, sabi ng desisyon ng Supreme Court, magtanong ka muna bago ka humusga. So Mr. President, I was thinking, what if naging masyadong emotional yung eleksyon ng huli? And one-third of members of Congress ay naging anti-administration, at ang kinahaharap natin ngayon ay isang impeachment labang kay President Marcos, at pag siya'y na-impeach, magiging presidente si Vice President Sara. I wonder if all of us in this room and out of this room will still have the same paninindigan. I hope I will. I'm not judging. I am just saying, Mr. President, what helps me is those 2 books, but also to put myself in the opposite side, to put myself in that position. What if, so I'm looking, I see my good friend, former Senate President Subiri, shaking his head. So, natanaw ko tuloy si Senator Kiko. What if Vice President Lenny and Senator Kiko won in 2022? And what if ang ini-impeach ngayon ay si Senator Kiko? I hope yung decision ko to support this decision would be the same.
Tama
Because
po,
the Supreme-
dapat walang pagkakaiba.
Wala saan pagkakaiba. So number 5, a reasonable period of time determined on the basis of complexity of charges must be given to all members of Congress. Kasi lumalabas po, yes, tama si Senator Soto, ibang mode yung 1/3. Pero lumalabas po mismo sa pleadings, mismo sa sinabi ng House of Representatives, wala pang 3 oras. Yung
Wala po.
ibinigay sa mahigit 200 na pumirma, samantalang ang complaint is a few hundred pages. Tama po ba?
Mahaba pong pahina lahat ng sinabi sa akin, Mr. President, at hindi po nila na kayang basahin sapagkat wala nga silang kopya. Humihingi po sila ng kopya bago pumirma, ngunit wala pong ibinigay. Yun po yung sinabi sa akin ng mga ilan sa aking mga kasamahan doon.
Yung number 6 po, Mr. President, madali kasi kailangan yung impeachable act is an act done while they were in their present office. So wala naman pong problema dyan. Meaning, kung may nagawa si Senator Cruz nung konsyal pa siya, pero ngayon Vice President na siya, hindi naman siya pwedeng impeach base sa ginawa niya nung konsyal siya.
Tama po.
So madali po yon. Number 7, at the very least to accord the opportunity to be heard under the requirement of due process in the procedure under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 4, after the draft articles of impeachment and required proof arrived at. Letter A, the House of Representatives should provide a copy of the draft articles and its accompanying evidence to the respondent and give her an opportunity to respond within a reasonable period. May problema po ba dito?
Wala po.
Kapag ka ganito kabigat, natatanggalin mo ang isang impeachable officers, tama po ba yung surprise?
Hindi po.
Parang, eto yung wag mo nang tignan, 1/3 naman kami, sa Senado ka na, sa Senado ka na mag-reply. Letter B simply states that all members, again, it's the walang saling pusa. So, Mr. President, in other words, it is not true that it is now too difficult. Sundin lang yung page 93, 94. Whether it's February 6 for the Vice President or if anyone wants to file an impeachment against anyone, magagawa to at any time.
Tama po, Mr. President.
Let me reverse my question, Mr. President. dapat ba maging madali mag-impeach ng isang officer? I'm asking, of course, your opinion that I value, Mr. President.
Depende po sa ini-impeach na opisyal. Pero kinakailangan po hindi dapat magmadali. Kaya dalawa po kasing bagay yun eh. Kailangan po siyang mapagbigyan ng due process niya at gaano man po karami yung ebidensyang inaharap sa kanya. Bigyan natin siya ng pagkakataong makasagot. So maaari pong mahirapan ng konti, tumagal ng konti. Ngunit kailangan po natin ibigay lahat ng proseso sa ini-impeach at sa mga nag-i-impeach.
I value your answer on due process, Mr. President, and that's my second point. But if you would just also accept, or maybe I can put on record, I'm of the personal view, hindi dapat maging madali mag-impeach ng isang impeachable officer. Bakit po? Unang-una, iilan lang po sila sa ating bansa. Ombudsman, member of constitutional commissions, President, Vice President, Supreme Court. Hindi dapat madali dahil it's an extraordinary remedy in extraordinary circumstance not to penalize them, but para protektahan ng ating bansa at para nga po alisin sila sa equation if they will damage our country. So the difference po with this impeachment sa iba, at least the impeachment of President Estrada, President Arroyo, and again, may I be sensitive especially to my friends here, no, who are of that administration, was with us, against us, or like Senator Jingo and Senator JV. Yung feeling kasi doon is that if there was another day na hindi na-impeach, magagamit yung opisina na yon. Kasi presidente pinag-uusapan. Ganon din sa Chief Justice, na habang nandun ka, ma-impluensyan mo yung korte. Pero pag pinag-uusapan mo Vice President ngayon, wala naman siyang hawak na departamento, wala siyang hawak na agency, wala namang police, militar, NBI, Coast Guard, whatever under sa kanya. Yes, we should hold her accountable kung may ginawang mali. Dapat i-impeach pag may ginawang mali. Pero it's not true that today and tomorrow matters that much. Because wala naman siyang opisina na magagamit not only to cover her tracks or to damage the country. Diba? In fact, I doubt kung walang perpetual disqualification yan, baka iba ang suma natin ngayon. But I don't want to go to the political aspect. The point I want to make, Mr. President, is para tayong nag-Goldilocks. Pag gusto natin yung i-impeach natin, so nung time na yon na gustong i-impeach si President Erap, padaliin natin. At kung hindi, walk out tayo. Kung kakampi mo si GMA, pahirapan natin. Kung kakampi mo si Duterte, pahirapan natin. Diba? So, in that point, I see why the Supreme Court, they made a statement nag-statement sila about history. Sabi ng Supreme Court, ito po, sa page 94, we understand our history. We have learned that in the past, momentary desires to do what is convenient and concede means to ends have inadvertently created precedents that weaken the succor of law for those who dissent, or those that are society's margins, or those who have fallen out of grace from the powers that be. We have learned that the clash of political interests in the past, often disguised by noble intentions, have obscured the need to address the real problems of corruption, inequality, poverty, and disempowerment faced by our people. Kung ito lang po ang sinabi nila, Mr. President, sasabihin kong hindi ba namumulitika yung korte? But sinabi nila to after page 93 na iniisa-isa nila paano mo i-impeach . So parang ang tinuruan na ang Senado at saka House, gusto nyo impeach ang Vice President o sino man, sundin nyo lang to. Wala na kayong problema. So I think in that sense, Mr. President, it's a balanced decision. Ang question, Mr. President, yung tanong ni Senate Minority Leader, former Senate President Soto, operative fact, Mr. President. Mr. President, may I venture to answer the question of Senator Soto nung tinanong niya, ano to? Diba? Ano to yung nag-robe, etc. Nasagot na po kasi ni Sara Geronimo yon. nung sinabi niya kay Coco Martin, there was never an us.